Okay guys, so today we're starting a project in 8th grade social studies, and that project is the American Revolution Trading Cards project. Don't get scared or run away on me because the word project is being used here. It's actually a series of mini assignments that you need to complete. And the first mini assignment is a notes page for today. This is a 4-day long series of mini assignments, resulting in you creating a trading card, which is a PowerPoint slide for one person on each side of the Revolutionary War. So you're going to make a slide for a person on the American side and also a person on the British side. Let's take a look at the instructions together. Okay. So, American Revolution Trading Cards Project. Let's see what we have here. Our objective is to research and create trading cards for an important person on the American and British side of the American Revolution. You will create 2 cards on 2 real people from the Revolution on opposing sides. So let's take a look about what this means. Our tasks. View the planning sheet for each day. Much like the Henry the Navigator letter, you will have little notes pages to complete each day. What that means, guys, is that these are not optional assignments you need to complete in order to be ready to submit your final assignment, because we are practicing note-taking. Dun, 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 dun. And what note-taking means is we need to practice spacing out our work over time and being careful and using good websites to get our ideas across. So, what you'll have to do each day is complete a planning sheet. Let's take a look at the day 1 planning sheet together right now. So one of your objectives in day 1 is to examine the 2 characters or 2 people, one from each side of the American Revolution. You are going to be using one American and one Brit to help create your project. So in order to kind of figure out who you're going to choose, I want you to take a look at this research sheet here. And the research sheet is located in step 2. So one thing that I've provided for you here, and I think it is very, very, very important for you to take a look at this, is I have provided good websites for you, okay? And I have provided a list of 4 people on each side to help you. I really want you guys to take advantage of this, so please consider it, okay? So it says, please consult these additional resources to research. So I've listed 4 Americans and 4 British people. For the Americans, we have George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Nathan Hale, and John Paul Jones. For the British, we have King George III, Benedict Arnold, William Howe, and Charles Cornwallis. You guys are going to choose one of those Americans and one of those British people to research. Okay? And then if we look at our instructions, we are filling out the planning sheet with the information requested. Be sure to use a works cited, and that'll be at the end of the planning sheet, for websites or sources where you obtained your information. So I've given you some good websites. List them at the end of the planning sheet. And also, with the format for this final assignment, you need to be using PowerPoint or Google Slides. You can hand make them if you wish, but I feel like that would be very tedious and not worth your time. But there is that opportunity if you need it, okay? But I would really recommend making a PowerPoint with 1 or 2 slides per person. And also, you have to, of course, include a picture. Let's take a look at our assignment schedule together. Day 1, we're deciding who we're researching. Pick 1 revolutionary and 1 British soldier. I've already gone over the Americans and the British here. So these are the 4 you can choose from on each side. So on your lesson for the day, you have a note sheet. And you need to answer the questions for the description and information for each of the individuals. So we're completing half of the notes we need to complete our final product of the American Revolution trading cards, okay? And you're going to submit the notes page today. Let's take a look at our day 1 notes page together. So you're going to write your person's name in, and you're going to answer the description portion, which means that you're looking at those websites I gave you, and you're telling me a little about who they are, what they look like, and a little bit about what you've learned about that person's personality. You're also looking at insights. So based on what you've learned, what are their traits or accomplishments that you would find important? And then what are their most important feelings? Why are they on the side that they're on? So those are the questions you're answering. There are 5 total for both your American and your British person. And then at the end, you're going to just tell me which websites you used, because we need to use at least 2 websites per person today, okay? Looking back at our assignment schedule, that's day 1. You're answering those questions and submitting that notes page. On day 2, you will be completing a very similar notes page. Let's look at that briefly together. On day 2, you're telling me about why they were involved in the revolution, what goal or what the person wants to happen by their actions. What that means is, what do they hope happens in the war? I'm actually going to change that answer right now. And a little bit about their outcome as well. You're also going to tell me a little bit about the statements and actions. So what is the most important thing the person has said? What is the most important thing they have done? And how does the person get along with others? You're answering that for both of them, but this is day 2, so we're not going to worry about that right now. Back to our description. So that was our day 1 assignment. Day 2, you're continuing your research project by completing the notes page that we just looked at together, and then you're going to submit it by the end of day 2. On day 3, you are going to use your notes pages. Again, on day 3, you are going to use your notes pages to start making your slides. So you're going to take the information that you have already researched and learned about, and you're going to start creating a trading card that is eye-catching and cool to look at, okay? So, on day 3, let's see what it says here. Use PowerPoint or Google Slides. So we need to include the following on our trading cards: a description, the most important traits and accomplishments, the role in the revolution, most important role, and personal impressions. Now, if you look at those note sheets, guess what? Insight, description, they already match. How cool is that? I planned it out for you. On day 3, there is nothing to submit, but you need to have started your final copy of the project. On day 4, you're submitting your trading cards. Please remember to share the link or upload the document so that I can see it. You'll be graded in the following manner. You'll receive 10 points for your completed note sheet on day 1 and day 2. For day 3, you will receive 5 points on your notes sheet. For day 4, you will receive 25 points for your American card and 25 points for your British card. Looking closer at the items that we are graded on for our American card. Do you give me a picture? Do you give me a description? Do you tell me their traits and accomplishments that are important? Do you tell me their most important role? Do you tell me a personal impression? Do you tell me what's important to them? And then you'll also be given 10 points on spelling and grammar. So when we look at the overall breakdown of the points here, it's not very scary. However, we do need to complete all of the steps in order to get the grade that we deserve. So once you've completed all of those items and submitted it on day 4, you're finished. This is a grand total of 75 points over the next 4 days. That's not really that much more than a normal day in social studies. But you need to complete every step to make sure you're doing well on this. If we look back at our assignment, you are choosing your 2 individuals and starting to research them today by answering the questions on the day 1 planning sheet. So you're researching a description of your individuals as well as their insights on their role in the revolution. Use your book or other sources. Use that other resources list that I made for you. I promise it's there to help. It will do good things. And on step 3, you're submitting your notes page to me for the day so that I can see it. So once you've listened to this video, chose your people to research, and completed your notes page, you did it, my friends. You are finished for the day. Should you need my help at any time today, please don't hesitate to contact me. I want you to do well on this. I will also really advertise my office hours on Thursday for help on getting started. Okay? Good luck!